Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Eternal Flames. My name's Blaze, and yes, it's been a little while since we've talked. So, a lot has transpired over the last, oh jeez, I guess, couple days. And if you guys notice, I'm playing a little bit of Subnautica here. A couple of you are probably going, well, where's the rest of, like, what, Season 3, Season 4? We don't even know what the fuck you're doing anymore. So, as far as Subnautica is concerned, Subnautica is on well, I can't say an indefinite hiatus. Basically, the game is close to completion. And as the game got closer and closer to completion, they've added more and more. They've tried to optimize more. There were several occasions where basically I had to try to fix the game because at points it was just really badly optimized, and at other points things would glitch out and there'd be all kinds of problems with recording and all stuff that, you know, I to some degree tried to fix. But there are limitations to what I can and can't do, so the show's on hiatus until they pretty much until they fix it. Until the game is, at this point, I guess, complete. Because once it's complete, one, we can finish the story, and two, we can kind of see a little bit more and see a lot of awesome stuff, and it's actually really cool. And I've seen a lot of stuff that they have down the pipeline. If you notice, they've even changed a lot of icons and things like that. The game looks amazing, and it's only going to get better and better, and it's really close to done, and I mean like really, really close. So, until further notice, Subnautica is on hold, and if I do have to restart my save game file, I will try my best to catch up to myself before I start recording again. But they've had a bunch of stuff there. So, what about other stuff? Like, what's going on? Because this is obviously not just about Subnautica and stuff like that. Well, we've already started recording a bunch. Matter of fact, later today, expect to see some Minecraft. We finally got that back up and running. What else have we got back up and running? Well, we've also got, you know, a lot of recording software back up and running and a bunch of other things. We've also got a bunch of series coming up that we've worked really hard on. And I want to make a statement as to the channels. Now, as a couple of you know, we do a lot of stuff all over the place. Like, we don't stick to any one particular theme for too long, aside from the fact that we like the dark and gritty and, you know, nasty parts of the world. We tend to enjoy stuff that has darker stories. We really do. As such, that's kind of our thing, more or less. But aside from that, you know, what else is there? What else do we do and stuff like, well, that's actually a lot nicer of a warning. Anyways, we've been doing a lot of Berserk. Now, for a number of reasons, this will not be appearing on the YouTube channel because copyright infringement out the wazoo. You want to talk about the fact of hitting copyright button like over and over and over again. They literally use cutscenes that are straight out of the movies. Like, straight out of the movies. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fantastic. But for obvious reasons, we can't show that on YouTube because it's straight out of the movie. And as such, technically that's owned by people. And rightfully so. They put a lot of heart, blood, sweat, and tears into that. And I respect that. But under the circumstances, you can see why we can't do anything there. On the other hand, we can stream the game, and a lot of stuff like that will be happening over on Twitch. Basically, if we can stream it, we'll stream it. If we can't stream it, we won't stream it. That's just kind of the way things are going to work as far as that's concerned. On the other hand, if there isn't copyright infringement or we can get the capacity to put it up and that, it'll be over here on YouTube. Which is, I think this actually is supposed to go into something else. Yeah, here we go. As such, I kind of wanted to let you guys know what was going on there, like what was happening and why that's a big thing and stuff like that. And quite frankly, it just kind of boils down to... Oh yeah, I forgot I can actually open that up now. That's actually kind of cool. That's a big thing, because if there are certain games that we cannot put on YouTube, like say a Final Fantasy, because Final Fantasy is owned by Square Enix Japan, and they have a big thing on copyright and stuff like that, that is kind of hard to get a hold of them for, because the North American branch can't really do the cross communication thing too well. It can get kind of annoying. We will probably be streaming it, which means it'll be a one-time shot. You miss it, there's not much I can really tell you. And under those circumstances, Twitch has every right to either censor or delete or cut out audio from these games or these streams at any moment. So if we announce it and you don't watch it, then I don't know what to tell you. Nothing I can do there. On the other hand, what about the YouTube channel? What's going on here? Well, 6 Shards of Darkness will be coming here soon, and I have never been so excited to play a game on my channel. Like, specifically on my channel. This was one of the things that really got us going. This is one of the things that I had a ton of fun with. This is one of those games that I just blatantly look forward to. And it's kind of funny too, because he takes a couple of jabs at Assassin's Creed, like in the trailer. It's great. You should seriously go watch the trailer. But we got that coming down the line. We've got Witcher 3 coming down the pipeline. We've got Resident Evil coming down the pipeline. There's so much stuff that's coming down the pipeline that it's almost baffling, and I wish it was today that I'll be streaming it. Today we're going to try and finish up Berserk, but the next stream after tonight's will actually be Mordheim. We are starting Season 2 of Mordheim finally. I just told Kaisis that I would stream the first couple episodes live over at Twitch. There will be an announcement for that, so if you want to see some live gameplay before it ever hits YouTube, feel free to check out that stream, because we're going to go ham on a biscuit with that stuff. Is there anything else that's happening, or anything else that I could add into all this stuff? Well, there's actually quite a bit, but for the time being, it might be better to leave it there. There's a lot to cover and all that. We're also talking about harder and longer videos that are on touchy subjects. Currently, right now, within the United States, there are several problems. I will not blame the current president for all these problems, because as much as I hate to say it, if he is screwing up, he's not screwing up alone. There are people who have to work with him on a regular basis that would cause these problems on the same level. So blaming just him would be foolhardy. At the same time, to say that I like our current president would also be foolhardy. I really, really don't. But that is my personal decision and not any of yours. However, one decision I do want to tackle, or not decision, but one problem that I do want to tackle is, quite blatantly, right now, there is a big problem with racism. And it's not just a one-sided racism either. It's an all-sided racism. There's a lot to talk about in that degree. I'm not going to get too far into it. We're actually going to make a full-blown video on this that will not have monetization or anything like that. And in all due honesty, if this is a topic that you are uncomfortable with, or maybe you feel like, oh, well, he's just going to be a dick waffle, or something like that, don't watch it. I'm going to be blunt. Don't watch it. On the other hand, it is a serious topic. It is something that I myself want to cover, because for those of you who don't know, I am half Sicilian Italian and half Filipino. And under these pretenses, well, there's actually a lot more mixed into me than just that, but under the pretenses, racism would actually really affect me. You're talking, it could mean that somebody kills a family member. It could mean that I could be killed for stupid reasons, and I look like a regular white guy. That's the even stranger part. I'm technically an albino of both of those sides, because Sicilian Italians aren't brightly colored, and neither are most Filipinos. Most Filipinos tend to be a little bit darker colored. And yet the only show I have of either culture is I'm a little bit squinty-eyed. That's about it. Not slanted-eyed or anything like that, but actually just squinty. It looks like I'm always squinting, and I'm actually not. It's kind of crazy. It's actually really crazy. But, it's also... There's also a lot of the stuff that will affect a lot of other people. A lot of good people. A lot of people who don't deserve it. But more on that later. In the meantime, Minecraft layer today. Sometime later this week, we've got a lot of the forest. Me and Try gotta record more because I've actually already rendered out all the rest of the videos for that. And due to the fact that some people are kind of being a little bit pissy with us, we've decided to throw away our carefree attitude, and we're actually gonna go hard on that. That series is not going to be as long as one might have originally thought. So, take care, stay safe, stay well, and we will see you guys here next time on the Eternal Flames. Later, everybody. Bye. Oh, come back here, Boomerang. Boomerang, Boomerang. Haha, I got you. I caught my Boomerang. Alright. Where to go from here?